Okay, we in Matthew 19 and 25. Hamashiach Shai just said is hard, easy for a camel to go through the eye of a needle. That's a little archway in Israel when you read verse 24. And again, I say unto you, it is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle. That's a little archway in Israel, the land of Israel, than for a rich man to enter into the kingdom of heaven. So how hard it is for a rich man to enter into the kingdom of heaven. Verse 25. When the disciples heard it, they were exceedingly amazed, saying, who then can be saved? But the Mashiach Shai beheld them. He knew that those thoughts were in their minds, saying, hey, who then could be saved? And said unto them, with men this is impossible, but with the Most High all things are possible. You see? With the Most High all things are possible. Here to lay it on. So that's just a little something to show you that he dealt with the law. So what sin did he commit? Because sin is the transgression of the law. 1 John 3 and 4. So what sin did he commit? If I might ask. What sin did he commit? I'll wait. 1 John 3 and 4. Whosoever committeth sin transgresses also the law. Those are the Most High's laws. For sin is a transgression of the law. Okay? Those are the Most High's laws. He the one that took the time to write these laws from the finger of the Most High, and our people think that it's not important. You better think again. So that's why you gotta tell the truth. Here you go. Revelation 22:15. Revelation 22 and 15. For without the kingdom, we read verse 14 said, blessed are they that do his commandments. Right? So verse 15, for without are dogs. And I looked up dogs in the New Unger's Bible Dictionary. It says dog was a name used by the Israelites pertaining to the Gentiles because of their profaneness and because of homosexuality. Profane, not keeping the laws of the Most High, don't care about what it is that's being dropped here. And it said homosexuality in the New Unger's Bible Dictionary. Here it is right here. I got it right here. Just in case. Right here. That's what it says. I done went there so many times I know it by heart. We say, for without the kingdom are dogs and sorcerers and whoremongers and murderers and idolaters and whosoever loveth and maketh a lie. Ain't no lies going to the kingdom. That's why I say you bear false witness against your neighbor, you condemn yourself to hell. Straight up. That's why you better be knowing what you're talking about. Leviticus 19, or keep it to yourself. Leviticus 19 and we're at verse 12. And ye shall not swear by my name falsely, neither shalt thou profane the name of thy power. I am the Most High power. You know, people who say, I swear to. They always saying that, and that's supposed to be meaning that because they saying it that they telling the truth. A lot of times they not telling the truth. They still, but they said it. You'll think that they really telling the truth, but they really lie. That's why I say, thou shalt not swear by my name falsely, but they do. We do. Neither shalt thou profane the name of thy power. I am the Most High. Deuteronomy 5, the 5th chapter. Deuteronomy 5 and 11. In many case scenarios in this Bible where you find our people lying on each other or telling lies. Deuteronomy 5 and 11. Thou shalt not take the name of the Most High thy power in vain. You know. For the Most High will not hold him guiltless that taketh his name in vain. You know? Meaning he's going to get you. When he says he's not going to hold you, when he says what he says, meaning I'm going to get you. That's what he's saying. Leviticus 18 and verse 21. And thou shalt not let any of thy seed pass through the fire to Molech. We already read that in Psalms 106, what we did. The sons and the daughters sacrificed with the gods of Canaan, which was Molech. Neither shalt thou profane the name of thy power. I am the Most High. You know. We got to keep his name holy. In order to keep his name holy, if you be holy yourself. Exodus, the 20th chapter, in the 7th verse. Can't profane the name of the Most High. That's why he did what he did to us. And doing to us. Because his name is in our name. Yah Shah Allah. Yah. Exodus 20:7. Thou shalt not take the name of the Most High thy power in vain. For the Most High will not hold him guiltless that taketh his name in vain. I swear to Most High, whatever. You know, come on now. And be lying. Thinking that that's going to keep them out of whatever condition they getting ready to face. Let's go to the book of Micah. The 6th chapter. Micah, the 6th chapter. And we're going to look at Micah 6, and let's start at verse 11. Shall I count them pure with the wicked balances? I mean, you think about all the things that they're doing that's wicked in interest and, you know, just wicked balances, and with the bag of deceit for weights, you know, all deceit, getting over on the people. For the rich man, who is it? The rich men. For the rich man thereof are full of violence. You know? They full of violence. And the inhabitants thereof have spoken lies. I mean, come on now. And we love it so too. That's why, look, let me show you. We've been programmed a certain way. The wicked, look at them. This is the wicked right here. Psalms 58:3. Let's look at this. Just look at this scenario right quick. Psalms 58:3. The wicked, in Job 9:24 says, the earth is given to the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, wherein who is he? The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray soon as they be born. Doing what? Speaking lies. You hear that? So it tells you the rich men are full of violence. And inhabitants thereof have spoken lies. Speaking lies, right? They're speaking lies from the womb, it's saying. So what about our people? That's the mindset of the Edomites and those that have that mindset, the same mindset. Like you say, come out of her, my people. Yeah, that same mindset, you too. But this is our people. Isaiah 30, verse 1. Woe to rebellious children, said the Most High, that take counsel. They listen to everybody else, but not of me, but not of the Most High. Handling the Bible, say, talk to me, show me what the Most High says. You can't do that, but they got their own mind because they've been taught to follow their heart, follow their mind. See, they're rebellious children. See, they take counsel, they listen to everything else, but not of me. And that covered with a covering, but not of my spirit. They know the spirit of the Most High, that they may add sin to sin, to transgress the Most High's laws over and over again. Sometimes verse 9. This is our people. That this is a rebellious people, he just said. We are rebellious people, lying children. Hear that? There it is right there, lying children. Lying. They're the wicked. The sons of the devil. The children of the devil. Straight up. Lying children. Children that will not hear the law of the Most High, because they lying, because they saying we ain't under the law. And then you regurgitate what somebody told you and telling you lies. Which say to the seers, which was called, seer was before they called us prophets, the Israelites the prophets, see not, don't be looking at us. And to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, don't tell us right things. This the right things you hearing from thus say the Most High. Today and every day that you Open up this Bible and hear these precepts coming out for whatever topic. We say to the seers, see not, don't be looking at us. Or to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, you hearing right things. Speak unto us smooth things, right? You want to smooth words. Prophesy deceits. That's why you think these preachers getting over like they are, because you want to hear lies. Get you out of the way. That's what he tell us. Get you out of the way. Turn aside from the path. Get out of my way. Get out of my path. Cause the Holy One of Israel, who is the most high power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, to cease from before us. See that? That's our people. Israelites. The wicked, they doing what they supposed to do. The wicked, tell me the wicked not doing what they supposed to do. What the Most High make them for. Proverbs 16:4. We the ones out of order. Proverbs 16:4. The Most High has made all things for himself. Yeah, even the wicked for the day of evil. So they doing what they supposed to do. He made them to be evil. He made us to be righteous. But you gonna follow their way and overpass the deeds of the wicked, it says. That's us. Go back to Micah. 6th chapter. Verse 12. For the rich men thereof are full of violence, and inhabitants thereof have spoken lies, and their tongue, their words, is deceitful in their mouth. Lying words coming out of their mouth. Therefore also will I make thee sick in smiting thee. You hear what he say? I'm going to make you sick in killing you. Before I kill you, so I'm going to make you sick in smiting you. In making thee desolate because of thy sins. So he's going to make us desolate because of our sins. So he's going to... It is, the land over there is desolate. And the land of Israel is desolate. Go to Micah 2, the 2nd chapter. Verse 1. It say, woe, destruction to them that devise iniquity. They coming up with all this wickedness and work evil upon their beds. They working evil upon their beds. Before they go to sleep, they think about all the wickedness and the evil they could do. When the morning is light, when the morning comes, this light, they practice it. They practice this wickedness, this evil that they conquered up at night. Can't even hardly sleep unless they bring forth their wickedness. They practice it when the morning comes because it is in the power of their hands. They have the power to bring forth these wicked acts, these wicked amendments and so forth, and laws that they're bringing out. And they covet fields. They take whatever somebody else have, they desire what somebody have, taking it, stealing it, and take them by violence. How did they get America? They voted for it? No. They take them by violence in houses, took other people's houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, take a man and his whole family, even a man and his heritage, his land. Like this land, from the east coast to the west coast, from the north to the south. Therefore, thus said the Most High, behold, against this family do I devise an evil, from which ye shall not remove your necks. You hear what he said? This from the Most High. You got to deal with the Most High on this. He said, therefore, thus said the Most High, power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, behold, against this family do I devise an evil. Whether you seen it or whether you're going to see it, you're going to see it. He said, do I devise an evil? This is from the Most High. From which ye shall not remove your necks, neither shall ye go haughtily. You ain't going prideful, for this time is evil. This time is evil, y'all. Understand this. Go to Jeremiah the 9th chapter. And we're going to look at verse 2. Jeremiah, the 9th chapter. And verse 2. Oh, that I had in the wilderness a lodging place of wayfaring men, that I might leave my people and go from them. He crying out, man, if I just had a wayfaring men that I could leave my people with and go away from them. But they be all adulterers, an assembly of treacherous men. Talk about us, Israelites. So ain't nobody complain about that. When you start talking about Esau, the so-called white man, and all these other nations, everybody go crazy. You ain't never complained about what he said about us, the Israelites. Oh, that I had in the wilderness a lodging place of wayfaring men, that I might leave my people and go from them. For they be all adulterers, an assembly of treacherous men. You hear that? Treacherous men and adulterers. And they bend their tongues, they speak like their bow for lies. You hear that? For lies. But they are not valiant for the truth. They ain't valiant for keeping the laws, statutes, commandments of the Most High. That's the truth. Psalms 119, 142. They not valiant for the truth upon the earth. For they proceed from evil to evil. You hear that? They proceed from evil to evil. And they know not me, said the Most High. They don't even know me, said the Most High. People be talking about, I know my Jesus, I know the Most High, I know God. He said, and they bend their tongues like their bow for lies. But they are not valiant for the truth upon the earth. For they proceed from evil to evil. That's why you got to know what's right and what's righteous in the eyes of the Most High, or else you doing evil. They proceed from evil to evil, and they know not me, said the Most High. They don't know me. They think they know me. They try to hold that. They try and say they know me, but they don't know the Most High. That's what he said. They know me not, he said. Because if they did, then they'd be able to go in the scriptures and bring forth what it is that he's saying. When you ask them. That's why he said in Isaiah 29, 13. He said, wherefore the Most High said, again, you got to take it up with the Most High. You got a problem with this. For as much as this people draw near me with their mouth, open up their mouth, talk about I believe in Jesus, I believe in God, I know my God, I know this, that, or third, whatever you say. Wherefore the Most High said, for as much as this people draw near me with their mouth, and with their lips do honor me, it sounds like they honor the Most High, but have removed their heart, that's your mind, the way you think, far from me, because the only way you're going to know him is through his word, through these scriptures. They have removed their heart, which is your mind, far from me, he said. And their fear toward me is taught by the precept of men, and not the precept of this Bible. It's cold, but it's real. Going back to Jeremiah 9th chapter, verse 3. And they bend their tongues, their words that come from their mouth like their bow for lies. The Most High said, God said to me, he said nothing to them. They bend their bow for lies, but they are not valiant for the truth. They're not valiant for this truth. Keeping the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High, because they're saying that you're not under the law upon the earth. For they proceed from evil to evil. You know how you can proceed from evil to evil? Because you don't know what's right in the eyes of the Most High. And his eyes are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, beholding all the ways of man, and even the secret things you doing. Ain't nothing hid from him. Because you got them angels, when you evil to evil, them evil angels reporting on your butt all the time. And that's going in the books. Writing in the books for you and against you. They proceed from evil to evil, and they know not me, said the Most High. You hear that? They know not me, said the Most High. To take ye heed, every one of his neighbor. So you better watch out. Take heed of your neighbor, and trust ye not in any brother. For every brother will utterly supplant, get over on you. And every neighbor will walk with slanders, talk about you behind your back. And they will deceive every one his neighbor and will not speak the truth. You hear that? That's what we're looking at now. Majority of our people saying we ain't under the law. We're the Israelites. We've proven it. I can prove it today, tomorrow, whatever you want. Many brothers have and sisters proved it, know who we are, but here we are. Our people following the way of the heathen. The mindset that it would have you follow to go to hell with them. I love the scripture. Look at Jeremiah 8:20. Harvest is past, the summer is ended, and we are not saved. We are not saved. But y'all talk about y'all saved. Saved from what? You ain't saved from your enemies and from the hand of all that hate you that we went over show you. That's salvation. That's where saved come from. Salvation, powers and authority. You ain't saved. That's why he said, look. Verse 5, Jeremiah 9:5. And they will deceive every one his neighbor and will not speak the truth. Meaning they'll lie to you. They have taught their tongue to speak lies. That's why you got to change. So you're not doing this. And weary themselves to commit iniquity. Weary themselves to commit wickedness, sins. Thine habitation is in the midst of the sea. Here where we living at, he says in the midst of lies. Deceit is lies. Through deceit, they refuse to know me. You hear that? Through these lies, they refuse to know me. Said the Most High. That's why it don't bother me that you might not listen or you might turn it off, whatever. Because you ain't going to listen to the Most High. You hear what he said? Thine habitation is in the midst of deceit. Wherever you living at is in the midst of lies. Through deceit, they refuse to know me. Say that? Through these lies that's in your mind and the way you think and act and speak. You refuse to know the Most High. Who said this? Said the Most High. Therefore, there's always a condition. Therefore, thus said the Most High of hosts, of armies, of angels. Behold, I will melt them. Uh-oh. What you going to do with that? What you going to do with that one? He said, therefore, there's always condition. Or, what you going to get as a judgment, a punishment. He said, therefore, thus said the Most High. Since you don't want to know him according to thus say the word of the Most High, therefore, you want to know him just the way you want him to be. Thus said the Most High, of hosts, of armies, of angels. Behold, I will melt them. You know, I'm going to melt them and try them. For how shall I do for the daughter of my people? Understand this. Why he's saying he going to literally melt people. He going to literally melt people. And they're going to be, it's twofold. Let's deal with it. First and foremost, the actual physical melting of people. When you understand who I'm talking about. It's supposed to be your power. He's my power for sure. I understand. I know. Overstand this point. Look at Look at Ezekiel 22. And Ezekiel 22 and 20. Ezekiel 22 and 20. As they gather silver. He said gonna melt them, right? So I'm gonna melt you. As they gather silver, this is the actual melting. As they gather silver and brass and iron and lead and tin, all these metals, into the midst of the furnace, to blow the fire upon it, to melt it. You talking about actual physical silver, brass, iron, and lead, and tin. To melt it in the furnace. So will I gather you in mine anger and in my fury, and I will lead you there and melt you. Don't get it twisted. That's what he's talking about. You don't know him? He said, I'm going to melt you. Yeah, I will gather you and blow upon you in the fire of my wrath. And ye shall be melted in the midst thereof. As silver is melted in the midst of the furnace, so shall ye be melted in the midst thereof. See, a lot of y'all don't like to hear that, because you think the Most High is all love. He is love. And he loved to do this too. Besides the love that he said and the mercy that he said he's going to have for the children of Israel. As silver is melted in the midst of the furnace, so shall ye be melted in the midst thereof. And ye shall know, listen to what he's saying, and you shall know that I, the Most High, have poured out my fury upon you. That's from the Most High. Take it or leave it. You got a problem with it, you got to take it up with him. That's what he keeps saying. Thus say the Most High. I'm just a messenger. Now, for those that we're going to look at it spiritually, but those that are coming into this truth or been in this truth and experience this, you're going to experience this. Isaiah, the 48th chapter, and the 10th verse. Isaiah 48 and 10. Behold, I have refined thee, but not with silver. This for those that are spiritually going to come into the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High, to learn, live, and apply his laws, statutes, commandments, his rules and regulations in their life. Have faith in the Mashiach of Messiah, which is read in Revelation 14 and 12 and Revelation 22 and 14. He said, behold, I have refined thee, but not with silver. I have chosen thee in the furnace of affliction. That means you're going to go through something. The furnace of affliction. Why? For mine own sake. You hear that? Not for our sake, but he said for his own sake. Even for mine own sake. He said once, he said it twice. He said even for his own sake. Why? Will I do it, he said. Why? For how should my name be polluted? And I will not give my glory unto another. That's the second time he told us he's not going to give his glory unto another. So how is it that we already read, Mashiach Shai said in Matthew 15:24, but he answered and said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. And also, he is the glory of the Most High. Let's prove that right quick. Go to John, the 17th chapter. We're going to get right to the point. Verse 5. And now, this is Mashiach Shai speaking. He said, and now, O Father, glorify thou me with thine own self, with the glory which I had with thee before the world was. You hear that? That's why even with Moses, he told him to get in the rock. He said, I'm going to send my glory. My glory going to pass by you. Which is an angel of the Most High, which was dealing with him, which he seen the backside of. He said his glory he would not give to another. Mashiach Shai said, I am only sent to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. He told the woman that had been there from the time that Solomon had taken the northern tribes out, 9.5 tribes out of Israel, in John the 4th chapter. Verse 20, he said, you worship, you know not what? We know what we worship for salvation, powers and authorities of the Jews, the Israelites. That's why he said, Isaiah 48:10, yeah, we're going to go through some affliction. This ain't no easy path. This ain't no come in here, it's going to be rose petals and everything going to be beautiful. No, you're going to go through something. You're going to really earn this, point blank. He said, for my own sake, verse 11, even for my own sake will I do it. That he's going to put us in the furnace of affliction. Well, how should my name be polluted? And I will not give my glory unto another. Hear what he said? Saying giving his glory to another. That's why Mashiach Shai said, but he answered and said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Matthew 1:21. Matthew 1:21. And she who was married, Mashiach Shai's mother, shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name Yahweh Shai, for he shall save his people from their sins. See? He's saying giving his glory to nobody else. That's what Mashiach Yahweh Shai, he not giving to anyone, but to the 12 tribes of Israel. Look, Acts 5:30 and 31. Acts 5:30 and 31. The power of our fathers, who's that? Acts 3:13. Who's the power of our fathers? I've been saying it all day. Acts 3:13. The power of Abraham and of Isaac and of Jacob. The power of our fathers, okay? And Jacob is the forefather of the 12 tribes of Israel. So the Most High is the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. He said, this is my name forever and more to all generations. In Exodus 3:15. So, going back to Acts 5:30. The power of our fathers. The power of Abraham, power of Isaac, the power of Jacob. Abraham had a son named Isaac. Isaac had a son named Jacob. But Abraham also had Ishmael. And Isaac also had Esau. But the Most High didn't choose Ishmael and Esau. He chose Isaac and Jacob. He said that's his name forever and a memorial to all generations until this day. So it says, the power of our fathers, the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the Most High's name forever and a memorial to all generations, raised up a Mashiach Yahweh Shai, whom ye slew and hanged on a tree. Not a cross, but on a tree. Sound familiar? Mashiach Yahweh Shai tell you in Hebrews 7:14, it is evident that our power, Mashiach Shai, sprang out of Judah, Jacob's fourth-born son, so-called Negro today. Him, who was Mashiach Shai, have the Most High exalted with his right hand, he's on the right-hand side of the Most High, to be a prince and a savior, for to give repentance to Israel. Not to everyone, but to Israel, and forgiveness of sins. There it is. So, when you look at this, there's no other way you can make it mean anything else. Unless you want to lie and be thrown in the lake of fire. Hopefully you don't. Hopefully you seeing this. Because it behooves everybody, no matter what nation you are, to be able to look at this truth and come back to the law, such commandments of the Most High. To follow what he say do. Do what he say do. Get in order. Get yourself in order with him. Otherwise, you don't want the wrath of the Most High to come upon you. Going back to Jeremiah, the 2nd chapter. Jeremiah 9, the 9th chapter, Salakia. verse 6. No, verse 7. Therefore, thus say the Most High of hosts, behold, I will melt them and try them. Melt them. We read how he said he's going to melt you as those metals in a furnace. And trying us, when we tried them, he's trying us in the furnace of affliction to prove us. That's why it tells you in Ecclesiastes 2 and 1 in the Apocrypha, if you come to serve the Most High, prepare thy spirit for temptation, for the devil. Like a Mashiach of Shai, when he fasted 40 days and 40 nights, what happened? Here come the devil. So it says, verse 7 again of Jeremiah the 9th chapter, therefore thus say the Most High, power of hosts, power of armies, behold, I will melt them and try them. For how shall I do for the daughter of my people? He said, for his name's sake, he gonna do it. Not for our sake. Their tongue is as an arrow shot out. They are words like an arrow shot out. It speaketh deceit. It speaketh lies. That's what he's saying. One speaketh peaceably to his neighbor with his mouth, but in his mind he layeth his weight. I'm waiting to get that. Waiting on to get him. I'm gonna get him. But when they see you, hey, what's going on, brother? Shalom, 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 brother, shalom. But when they ain't around you, the book is closed and everything, I'm going to get them. In their heart, they lay up their weight, waiting for you to do something they can get you. No mercy and grace, hardly, with Israel. Most High give us mercy and grace. Ain't no mercy coming from Israel. You better redirect your spirit to the righteous way. He said, shall I not visit them for these things? Who said this? Said the Most High. Shall not my soul be avenged on such a nation as this? Come on now. That's us. Haven't we received enough woe from the Most High? And it's like this because He's giving us the laws, and He said what He's gonna do to us, and He did it, and still doing it to us. Because why? We feel that we can just do whatever we want to do. That's why I look at Daniel's, the 9th chapter, verse 5. Look what Daniel said, a righteous man. They didn't have to come back to this earth. He said, we have sinned. We, including himself. This marvels in the eyes of the Most High. We have sinned and have committed iniquity and have done wickedly and have rebelled even by departing from what? From thy precepts and from thy judgments. You hear that? Departing from thy precepts. You know, just not about getting up here, running our mouths and just talking and talking and talking. And you're not able to have anything to go on, to study. You get understanding through these precepts. But now, y'all trying to find another way that they came up and they just running their mouth. And you think this is the way you get understanding of this Bible. That's why a lot of y'all be going around dealing how you dealing, running your mouth. But you have in the Bible, they can't really show you the Most High, Hamashiach, whoever it is that they believe in. How long does it last? It's sad. That's why it behooves you to come and learn these precepts. Learn these topics. The Bible is an instruction manual of how we should be and how not to be. You make the choice. You make the choice. Because He said you get understanding through the precepts. Not just reading the scripture and then you run your mouth forever and ever and ever. You gotta have precepts. And it works, y'all. It works. Look at Psalms 119 and 104. It said, through thy precepts, Psalms 119, 104, through thy precepts I get understanding. Therefore, I hate every false way. People not real. But through the precepts, you get understanding. You see? That's why going back to Daniel's 9th chapter. Verse 5. Daniel, a righteous man, bringing forth to anyone that have ears to hear, was righteous before the Most High. He said, we, including himself, have sinned and have committed iniquity and have done wickedly and have rebelled, even by departing from thy precepts. Therefore, you're not getting understanding because you're not following these precepts and from thy judgments. Neither have we hearkened unto thy servants the prophets, which spake in thy name to our kings, our princes, and our fathers, and to all the people of the land. See? Jump down to verse 9. To the Most High our power belongeth mercies and forgivenesses, plural. Mercy, not getting something we do deserve, and forgivenesses, over and over again, forgiving us. Though we, the children of Israel, the 12 tribes of Israel, have rebelled against him. We just read that in Isaiah the 30th chapter. Neither have we, including himself, this marvels in the eyes of the Most High, because he's righteous, but he's still including himself. Neither have we obeyed the voice of the Most High, our power, to walk in his laws. You hear that? We haven't obeyed the word, the voice of the Most High, power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, to walk in his laws, which he set before us by his servants, the prophets. Yeah, all Israel has transgressed thy law, even by departing, that they might not obey thy voice. Therefore the curse is poured upon us, and the oath that is written in the law of Moses, the servant of the Most High, because we have sinned against him. See that? We sinned against the Most High, therefore these curses that's written in the law of Moses came upon us. Can't deny that. I don't know what curses came upon us today, but every day, turn on the news, it's happening. It's going down. Straight up. That's why the Most High told us in Jeremiah 17:4. And thou, even thyself, shall discontinue from thine heritage, from our land that he gave us, that I gave thee. Remember we read in Deuteronomy 32:8-9, the Most High gave all the lands to the other nations after he gave us our land. But he told us we're going to discontinue from our heritage, our land, that I gave thee. And I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not, way over here in this western hemisphere. For ye have kindled a fire in mine anger, which shall burn forever. That's why we got to really look at this. Go to Leviticus 19th chapter. Wait a minute, did I go back to Jeremiah, the 9th chapter. Make sure I cover all of these. Yeah, that's it. Go back to Leviticus 19th chapter. We at verse 13. So, thou shalt not defraud thy neighbor, neither rob him. You know, that's sad, man. You look at our people, they will lie or get over on you, he's saying, and they will rob you. Neither rob him. The wages of him that is hired shall not abide with thee all night until the morning. Let you know, when you work, you're supposed to get paid that same day. You see how a lot of these things that you're looking at here is contrary to the way the world is, especially in this Western Hemisphere. But Esau got things set up. Some people got to wait and get paid once a month. some every 2 weeks, some every week. But he say, the wages, the monies that you make for working of him that is hired shall not abide with thee all night until the morning. Supposed to get paid. You work, you get paid. You see? But no. And it's not like that in this world. They're doing everything contrary to the way the Most High say these laws are supposed to go down. That's why you can't look at being blessed when you're doing contrary to what the Most High say you're supposed to do. How are you going to be blessed? Go to Exodus 22. Exodus 22nd chapter. I mean, you got to work all, and sometimes in fact, when you start working, they hold the first payday week sometime from you. That just goes in the hole. They just holding that. Exodus 22. Let's start at verse 7. It says, if a man shall deliver unto his neighbor money or stuff to keep, and it be stolen out of the man's house, if the thief be found, let him pay double. You steal something from a brother, if the thief be found, let him pay double. If the thief be not found, then the matter of the house shall be brought unto the judges, to see whether he have put his hand unto his neighbor's goods. You see, we're going to judge him. For all matter of trespass, whether it be for an ox, for an ass, for sheep, for raiment, clothes, or for any matter of lost thing, which another challenges to be his, the cause of both parties shall come before the judges, and whom the judges shall condemn, he shall pay double unto his neighbor. Gonna pay double unto his neighbor. If a man deliver unto his neighbor an ass, or for any, if a man deliver unto his neighbor an ass, or an ox, or a sheep, or any beast to keep, you give them to keep, watch them for you, and it die, or be hurt, or driven away, no man seeing it, then shall an oath of the Most High be between them both, that he have not put his hand unto his neighbor's goods. He didn't take it and sell it or try and do anything with it, but you're supposed to be watching it for him. And the owner of it shall accept thereof, and he shall not make it good. I mean, if they got away on their own, he had nothing to do with it. And if it be stolen from him, he shall make restitution unto the owner thereof. So if it's stolen from him, he got to make restitution to the owner. If it be torn in pieces, then let him bring it for a witness. Let him bring the pieces animal for a witness in front of the judges, and he shall not make good that which was torn. He didn't have to do anything. If another beast came and ate it up, or just, killed it, you bring the part of the carcass that's left to the judges, nothing has to be done with it. And if a man borrow aught of his neighbor,